Today's going to be a great day. We've got energy, we've got focus, we've got questions. If you're new here, this channel is where we break down MS simply with no doom, just truth. If you're living with MS or trying to understand it, you're in the right place. Because today, we're breaking down what a normal day with MS is supposed to look like versus what actually happens. Somewhere between I got this and why am I holding a spoon in the laundry room? No doom, just truth. Hit subscribe, I've got you. Quick preview before we dive in, what a normal day with MS really looks like and what actually happens. Stay with me, we'll break it down simply, expectations versus reality plus a couple laughs along the way. If you needed this today, you're not alone. Let's make this easier together. I wake up like the hero in a movie. The sun streams through the window, hitting my face just so, a personal spotlight from the universe itself. It's a silent cue that my story is about to begin. I stretch with a sense of profound purpose, every muscle awakening to its role in the day's grand production. In my mind, I'm not just getting out of bed, I am rising to meet a challenge. I mentally put on a pretend cape, the fabric a comforting weight on my shoulders. It's the kind that billows dramatically even when there's no wind, a clear sign of my own internal power. Today, I am the main character and the world is my set. My plan is not just a list of chores. It is a script for success, a narrative arc I've written myself. Each task is a scene designed to showcase my competence. I will have a focused, brilliantly productive work session. I will conquer the mountain of laundry, transforming chaos into folded, orderly stacks. I will prepare a healthy, nourishing meal that looks as good as it tastes. I will be inspiring, a beacon of effortless capability. I will win the day. The soundtrack in my head swells with triumphant horns. There's a slow-motion shot of dark, rich coffee, the steam curling into the air like a whispered promise of the energy to come. This is my hero's elixir. I see myself at my desk, smiling confidently at a pristine checklist, pen poised to strike through the first item with a satisfying slash. Victory is already within reach. Every movement is graceful, intentional, and filled with an easy strength. There are no fumbles, no hesitation. I'm not just tidying up. I am creating an oasis of calm and order, curating my environment to reflect my inner peace. It's a powerful narrative, one fueled by hope, caffeine, and the deep human desire for control and competence. It's a story where I am flawless, where every action lands perfectly. This is the expectation. This is the plan I sell myself every single morning, the beautiful, perfect fiction I choose to believe in before the day truly begins. Then, reality logs on. My brain boots up like a desktop computer from 1998, complete with a dial-up modem screech that only I can hear. It's a slow, uncertain start to the day. There is a grinding, whirring sound that no one else can hear, the fan working overtime on a corrupted file. A blue screen of nothingness appears behind my eyes. System error, critical failure, buffering. Please wait. The progress bar stalls at 10%. It's not frozen, just thinking, very, very slowly. The connection to my limbs, to my thoughts, to my grand cinematic plan for the morning is experiencing technical difficulties. The signal is weak, the packets of information are dropping. I eventually managed to stand up, a delayed response to a command sent minutes ago. But the reason for the command has evaporated. The mission objective is gone. Was it for coffee? To use the bathroom? To find my slippers? The command was sent, but the memo got lost in transit. I'm an avatar in a video game, waiting for the player to pick up the controller. I am standing in front of the open refrigerator. My phone is inside, nestled next to the almond milk, getting chilled. I have no memory of putting it there. Why am I holding a single, solitary spoon in the laundry room? This isn't where the cereal lives. This isn't where anything makes sense. This is the moment, the glitch in the matrix, the silent pivot from clear intention to quiet, baffling chaos. A simple task becomes an unsolvable riddle. This is the part of living with a chronic illness, multiple sclerosis, that no one explains in the brochures. It's the cognitive fog, the short-circuiting brain. It's not the big dramatic falls you see in movies. It's the small, bewildering mysteries that make you question your own mind, one misplaced object at a time. If you live with MS or any condition that scrambles your signals, you know this feeling intimately. It's a daily, quiet negotiation with your own operating system. No doom, just truth. With coffee finally in hand, I sit down with my beautiful to-do list. It's a sacred morning ritual, this moment of quiet optimism before the day truly begins, a fragile truce I've brokered with my own limitations. For a fleeting moment, the mirage of productivity shimmers back into view. I am a CEO again, a master of organization. In my mind, I'm orchestrating a symphony of efficiency. The brain fog of the last few hours feels like a distant memory, a bad dream I've finally woken up from. I use fancy colored pens to highlight priorities, creating a visual hierarchy of imagined success. I set timers on my phone, creating artificial deadlines to gamify the immense effort ahead. I say to myself out loud, today, I will do everything. The words hang in the air, a bold and utterly baseless declaration of war on my own reality. The list itself feels like an accomplishment, tangible proof of my ambition, a contract I've signed with my own potential. This feeling of strength, however, is incredibly deceptive. It's the energy mirage. It's a cognitive trick, a memory of past capacity that my mind desperately projects onto the present. It looks real, it feels attainable, but the closer you get, the more it dissolves into shimmering heat waves of impossibility. For a few glorious minutes, I am powered by pure intention. I have the will, the drive, the perfectly curated plan. The coffee gives me a jolt, a false sense of a full tank. It's not fuel, it's just a louder, more insistent low battery warning. I can almost taste the victory of a completed list, the satisfaction of a day seized. The plan is the peak of the mountain, but I'm starting the climb from sea level with no equipment, no oxygen, and legs made of jelly. Then the crash comes. It isn't a gentle slope, it's like falling off a cliff. The caffeine wears off and the illusion shatters instantly. My body's battery suddenly flashes a critical warning, 2% battery life remaining. The screen dims, all non-essential functions begin to shut down. All the energy for the entire day was just spent on waking up, navigating the fog, making coffee, and creating the very list that now mocks me. The mental effort has drained the physical reserves. The mirage has vanished, leaving behind a desert of exhaustion. The CEO has been demoted to an unpaid intern who just wants to nap under their desk. Their only task for the rest of the day is to not get fired for existing. Just as I'm contemplating the first item, which now feels like Everest, my phone buzzes. A friend, hey, how are you doing today? It's a reflex, an automatic response that requires zero processing power. The truth is, I'm not fine. Explaining how I truly feel would require energy I don't have. I'd have to find the right words for the cognitive fog, the bone-deep fatigue, the brain-body disconnect. I'd have to manage their reaction, pity, confusion, well-meaning but unhelpful advice, so I say the short, easy words. Social armor, I'm fine. A shield that protects dwindling energy from emotional translation. It keeps conversations light and moving forward. It saves the day by letting me save energy for essential tasks, like standing up or making a sandwich. It's a small, sad, and incredibly common victory for anyone navigating an invisible illness. On a good day, I hope for a day with rules. I crave predictability, allocate resources with precision. A predictable day feels like a safe day, but living with MS means my body doesn't follow my script. Welcome to the symptom wheel of misfortune. What will today's prize be?
Congrats! Today's symptom is confusion.
Where it lands is a complete surprise. No logic, no pattern, no way to prepare. The day derails before I finish my first cup. Tomorrow, vertigo. Another day, the MS hug. Sometimes, tingling legs that feel perpetually asleep. Over time, I've learned not to fight the wheel. Pause, breathe. Sometimes laugh at the absurdity. It turns every day into improvisation, adapting on the fly. I expect to function like a normal adult, speak clearly, coherently. Sometimes the message gets scrambled in transit. A simple word, table, Thursday, completely vanishes. Could you please pass the refrigerator? The brain hits send before proofreading. That hot flush of oh no costs energy too. Frustrating, but unintentionally comical. Surrealist poetry in daily life. Not intelligence, just static on the line. The connection's faulty, the signal's weak. My brain and mouth try their best, sometimes in different languages, leaving me to translate the nonsense.
Message sent, regret loading.
After much deliberation, I decide on a simple task. Unload the dishwasher. 5 minutes. Just one small, contained job. A wave of fatigue makes my arms feel like lead. Sit, recover, grip, breathe, wait for the room to stop tilting. Fluid motion becomes disjointed steps, each punctuated by a mandatory pause. What should be mindless becomes a complex engineering problem. Build a toolbox of tricks. Okay, just unload the silverware. Done. Now, rest. Now, just the mugs. Done. Rest again. The 5-minute task took half an hour. I'm more tired than when I started. With MS, there is no such thing as a simple task. Every activity has a hidden energy cost. Each can become a production that requires planning, pacing, recovery. A normal day with MS is not a failed version of a healthy person's day. It is its own unique thing. It's about learning to write a new list. Kinder, realistic, sometimes in the afternoon. Small wins are monumental. Evidence of resilience, not failure. I let myself feel the satisfaction of that. It is enough for today. That is the reframe. Did you ever put your phone in the fridge or find yourself holding a spoon in the laundry room? That baffling moment isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign. Slow down. Pay attention. Adjust. That's what a normal day with MS really looks like. Drop a comment. What's your, wait, why did I just do that moment? I promise someone here will say, that's exactly me. If you want MS explained simply, no doom, just truth, hit subscribe. I've got you.